Hi to all the lovely people out there. You all are most welcome once again to Tutorials Point. Well, English is a language which is full of unique words, idioms and phrases. And in this video, we are going to learn about unique food idioms. Well, isn't it really interesting to have a language which even has idioms on food? Wow, what are we waiting for? Let's get started and learn a few of these food idioms. Here's the first one presenting to you, and that is as busy as popcorn on a skillet. So this means that being very, very active, right? So a person who is actually very, very active could be associated with this idiom, right? So he is as busy as popcorn on a skillet and almost never sits down, right? So it only means that the person that you are referring to is extremely active and agile and almost all the time on his or her toes, right? So next time you see such a person, you know what idiom to associate him or her with. So here are the next one presenting to you, and that is salt of the earth, right? So salt of the earth is an idiom which is used to present, or which is used to actually discuss or talk about such people who are very, very decent, ordinary, noble and kind-hearted people. So my neighbor is salt of the earth kind of a person, and she definitely helps out the people who are in need as much as she can, right? So such people who are very, very decent, noble and kind-hearted could be actually referred to as salt of the earth type of people. So going forward, here is the next food idiom presenting to you all, and that is like taking candy from a baby. So what does that mean? It only means being a very, very simple task to do, right? So for example, this project that you put me on is more like taking a candy from a baby for me, right? So this is very, very simple for me, and I can just ace it like a pro within no time, right? So that is what you mean when you say that. So next one that I'm going to present to you is forbidden fruit. So what is the meaning of forbidden fruit? So something that is banned or is kind of out of your reach is what is referred to as forbidden fruit. Like a friend of mine had crush on her friend's boyfriend, but he was a forbidden fruit. So of course you know what kind of different contexts that you can use this idiom for. So right, so next time you better be aware what is a forbidden fruit for you. So it also means that something that is kind of not available, right? So different ways of using the same idiom in different contexts. So here is the next one presenting to you, and that is finger in the pie. So what does it mean to have finger in the pie, right? So finger in the pie means to be involved in everything, right? Aren't there certain people who are kind of involved with almost, or who actually actively participate in almost every activity that goes on around them? So this is the perfect idiom for such people. So, well, she had a finger in the pie for every occasion in the school, right? So this only means that, so-and-so person that you are referring to would always be involved in almost every activity that happened around, him or her. So here is the next one, which also is very, very unique and interesting, and that is eat high on the hog. So eating high on the hog actually means to live a very, very wealthy and a prosperous life. So they've been eating high on the hog since the time he has got his promotion. So it only means that they've been living a very, very prosperous life since the time he has got his promotion, right? So now if you are in such a situation next time and you want to put it forward, you also know what is a better way to put it forward, right? Well, the story doesn't just end here, or the list, so to say, doesn't just end here. Here again is the next interesting food idiom presenting to you, and that is walking on the eggshells. So walking on the eggshells actually means to be very, very careful and cautious with your words and your actions, right? So are there situations, or so to say, very, very delicate situations wherein you have to be very, very careful about each and every word that you say or each and every action that you do, because it might just have, unforeseen consequences, and you might not even realize when you would just land yourself in a tight spot. So for example, talking to you is more like walking on eggshells these days, because you never know what might just turn you off or on for that reason as well. So you're only trying to say that it is actually a very, very cautious task to talk to you these days, because you never know what might just turn you on or turn you off, right? So definitely we have to be walking on eggshells while we are talking to our seniors in the office. So next one, or rather I'd say the last funny and unique food idiom for you all that I want to present to you is have a bigger fish to fry. Wow. Well, fish fry is something that I think most of us would just love to have, but here in this idiom it rather means to have something bigger on your plate to do, or rather, or in other words, to have a bigger and a more kind of time consuming task to have, right? So I don't think I'm going to attend today's meeting because I have a bigger fish to fry, right? So you have a much more important thing to do is what you mean when you say that you have a bigger fish to fry, right? So I think I'm not going to attend today's meeting because I have a bigger fish to fry. So you literally are not frying a fish, but you're just trying to say that you have a much more important task in front of you, ahead of you to do, rather than going and attending that meeting. So wasn't it really, really unique and interesting to learn all these food idioms? Wow, what an amazing thing to do. So these were, a list of few food idioms which I made for you all, and I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. Keep learning with tutorials, point and tutorics. We'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.